In 2011, I was the senior editor at UNL's undergrad lit journal called Loris. And I remember seeing this application by Joe Kozal.
And I had to make myself impressive, so I put on my nicest plaid shirt with pearl snaps, and it was purple, which is like color that makes your eyes pop.
Oh my God.
And I met this lady at the...
When you say lady, though, you make me sound really old. Like you were a young boy and I was like a faculty member.
Well, I met a potential superior at the Broyhill fountain outside the Union.
And then he rolled up and he was this like nice, like Nebraskan looking kid with floppy blonde hair, like off to the side. And I remember, you know, walking away and thinking like, oh, that guy seems really smart and committed. I think I'm gonna hire him. But also thinking like, oh, he had really pretty eyes. He had really nice blue eyes.
And I was trying to put my best foot forward, and turns out I did, for the long haul.
Yes, okay.
January of 2016 at the Zoo Bar. A friend of ours, as Maddy walked by, had grabbed her arm, and she thought that it was a random dude grabbing her in a bar. So she turned and gave laser eyes, and the laser eyes hit me, but I didn't do the arm grabbing. So I both wanted to clear my name and use the name clearing as a like my in. So I approached her later and I said, hey, I didn't grab your arm. I wouldn't grab the arm of some random lady in a bar. That wasn't me. That was our friend. It worked out. Well, she asked me out afterwards at the end of the night, which she will dispute heavily to this day. But we got drinks, and I was a perfect gentleman and really thought that I was going to get kissed at the end of the night, and I certainly didn't. A few days later, I said, hey, would you like to get dinner? And she tried to turn me down by saying, well, actually, I don't eat meat. And I said, great, I haven't for 3 years. And so she had to eat dinner with me that night.
We like walking. We like going on walks.
We're good travel buddies.
We are good travel buddies. We like to cook together. We like to drink wine. We really like watching shows together and also talking about politics because we're pretty much an echo chamber, just like reaffirming each other's beliefs.
Yeah.
That's fun though. We're both really competitive. So even like playing Jeopardy with the Alexa speaker gets a little too intense sometimes.
We have some great Scrabble matches. I like doing the everyday stuff with you. The boring stuff. You make that better.
We had a lot of fun a few weeks ago. We went to Whole Foods and we got beers and went grocery shopping. It was really fun. Like way more fun than grocery shopping should be, but also because Whole Foods has so many samples.
Shout out to Samptown.
We didn't coin that. Our friend did.
Oh.
Want to take a drink really quick?
Yes, please do.
Or yeah. Okay.
Oh, did you take a drink of water?
Yep.
Oh.
I've had like 3 glasses of baby wine. I'm kind of like loose.
Let's go. I'm ready. Rapid fire.
Okay.
All right.
Hit me, Kyle.
Which one of you has the best taste in music?
Me.
Maddy.
Which one of you makes the best cocktail?
Me.
Maddy.
Which one of you is the best cook?
Joe.
Joe.
Me. It's me. She can't chop an onion.
Okay, you know what? Yeah, I can't fancy chop an onion, but like this I make is pretty good. You make great breakfast tacos, but I'm really good at making other stuff. And also, one time we spent a lot of money on Beyond Burgers and he oversalted them, and I'll never ever forget that.
Anyway.
Which is the better dancer?
Me.
Me.
The way we dance is very, very different. I'm very arms heavy. Joe's very lower body heavy.
I'm very footwork heavy.
Because of show choir.
I'm big on the step touch.
So Joe, yeah, you'll see this at the wedding.
Touch,
Joe is very
touch.
into like his hips and shaking, and Joe says I always do this when I dance.
Yeah.
So it's a toss-up.
You all will see.
I definitely knew that Joe was husband material. I was like, man, I gotta wife that dude.
So we had said I love you to one another, but we were driving across the state, and I was taking her back to Scottsbluff with me for the first time. We were in this portion of the Sandhills in the spring, with no cell phone service and nothing else, so we had like local radio and conversation, and that's all we had. There was no struggle in that moment at all. It was just like entirely perfect, and it was just like very obvious to me in a very like crystallized fashion that I was exactly where I needed to be with exactly who I needed to be with. And yeah, that was when I knew, like, for sure, I didn't want that day to end, and I want that, like, I don't know, that's always a moment that I return to in my mind, so.
I knew that I wanted to marry Joe pretty early on. We were at my old apartment, which was across the street from Hazelable Park, and I remember that one of my neighbors' grass was so tall that when you were crossing the street, you couldn't see around it. And because of that, there had been a car accident. And I remember Joe, just without a word, took off and just like started sprinting towards the accident to make sure everyone was okay. And I remember really admiring just his quick thinking and the fact that he wanted to help so quick that it wasn't a question for him. I don't think that like during, those few split seconds I was like, I'm gonna marry that guy. But I remember it like really left a lasting impact on me. The fact that he, without question, just like stopped what he was doing and ran to go help.
Right now, I just want to be in this house like every second of my life.
I feel like buying a house was such a monumental step. And when we bought the house together, I really did feel married. And I think my mindset for the last year has been that we are a partnership and not one that is just going to dissolve overnight, that we are meant to be together, that we are working extra hard to stay and be together.
I'm taking a lot of stock in how lucky I am at the moment, and I'm trying to like soak up every second of that I can.
I'm really looking forward just to our future together. Like we go grocery shopping at Whole Foods and I see these older couples that have clearly been married for like 40 plus years, and I just think like, I want to be that weird bourgeois couple like shopping for groceries on a Sunday at Whole Foods together, like I want that. I want to grow old together, and I want to have kids, and I want to be good cat parents, and I want to keep traveling.
I've never wanted to like make myself better to deserve something so good. Hello, wedding guests. Thanks for being a part of this moment, and this is a real like turning point in our lives, and the fact that you're here means something incredibly hard to measure for us, and so I guess like an Olive Garden, if you're here, you're family.
Thank you so much to everyone who has come to the wedding. We wouldn't be here without you. Thank you so much to our parents. Thank you so much to our other family members who have traveled from across the ocean or even just across the state. It means so much to us that you're here. We really hope everyone has a great time, and we are so lucky to have all of you in our lives, and we can't even say thank you enough for everyone that enriches our day-to-day just by being there. So cheers, mazel tov, thank you so much. We really appreciate you guys being here for us. Smooch.